What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Cedric, and in today's video we are going to be going over how to sound like The Weeknd in Logic Pro X, so stay tuned, and without further ado, let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. So yes, today we are going to be going over how to sound like The Weeknd in his song Call Out My Name, and basically I just want to show you how I did it and how I came up with it. And basically the plugins that I use, I'm going to make this a very quick video. And so like, comment, and subscribe if you get any value from this video. So without further ado, yeah, I'm going to let you hear it.
We found each other. I helped you out of a broken place. You gave me comfort, but falling for you was my mistake. I put you on top. I put you on top. I claimed you so proud and openly. And when times were rough, I made sure I held you close to me. Hey, so call out my name.
Okay, guys, you get it. So yeah, like I said, I'm not a professional singer, but I did take my time on this, and basically, the key thing is here to get a clean recording going in before the plugins, before the auto-tune. Auto-tune can not save you, but if you use it right, it'll work in your favor. So basically, if you get a clean, solid recording before the auto-tune and before the plugins, when you add them, it's going to sound even better. So just keep that in mind, and remember to gain stage and get the levels right before you start recording, so everything can just sit well in the mix. So basically, let me just show you plugins I used. So okay, I used the NSL channel for some saturation, some harmonics, whatever. If you just get this plugin from Waves, I always use tape saturation, and I use NSL channel. So I use saturation at the top of my chain and at the bottom to just give it that analog, warm, clean, sound. So that's the first one. And I use some auto-tune, of course. Like I said, The Weeknd doesn't use that much auto-tune, but I'm not a professional singer, so I used as much as I felt was necessary. So just play with this, man. Just play with these settings, you know what I mean? This is what I got, okay? And I use the NS1 noise suppressor to basically help with the sound, okay? To basically take out all that noise in the background or whatever. This is another plugin by Waves. I highly recommend it. I use it every single time, okay? Next, like I said, NSL channel. I use it all the time. Vocal writer. It rides the vocal. I want to say like vocal automation. It works good. Let me let you see it in action. This basically keeps the volume and the levels all like
We found each other.
target right here.
I helped you out.
So that helps keep the volume consistent. And next thing I use the EQ. I'll show you with and without.
We found each other.
So basically, surgical EQ. I just cut out all the bad frequencies from the gate. That's what I did. So right here, cut out 140. I cut 2.5 right here. 3. Okay, so basically just cut what you find those bad frequencies and cut them as much as you need to. Always cut 3, but if you need to cut a little bit more, cut a little bit more. So without.
We found each other. I helped you out of a broken place. You gave me
big difference with and without. So after that, then I use the SSL channel, which is another favorite Waves plugin. Another one of my favorite Waves plugins, I should say. And mainly this one I just did the boosting, so I didn't really do too much. I used the gate on here. But for I mainly use this one to boost, to give it that clarity, that top end, that air right here, the high frequency. So 14,000 kilohertz. Okay, and I boosted at 9, and then right here the high mids I cut. Okay, and so I'll show you with and without. You see my settings. You can just pause the video, and just so without.
We found each other.
With
I helped you out of a broken place. You gave me comfort, but falling for you.
So that's that one. Yeah. So after the SSL, I use the de-esser. This is.
We found each other.
So just attenuated about 6.
Out of a broken place.
Let's see it.
You gave me comfort.
Around the 5500 frequency range.
But falling for you was my mistake.
My bad, I had it on.
I put you on top. I put you on top. I claimed you so.
So it just attenuated around 6. So around right here, it's gonna be different for everybody. Just make sure you put a de-esser on after you start boosting. So you cut and then you boost it to bring that back, that body, that volume, or whatever, that presence. And then once you added that, you know what I mean? Once you use that SSL to boost, to bring all that back after you cut it all. And then you want to use the de-esser, because for the siblings, you don't want it to be too harsh on the listener's ear or whatever. And that's it on that. And then after that, I use the LA2A. Okay, these are my settings right here. Okay, always between 3 to 5. Right here.
I helped you out of a broken place. You gave me comfort, but falling for you was my mistake.
So LA2A, it just smooths out the vocal. I always use it. It's one of my favorite plugins. And I use the RVOC. I follow with the RVOCs. So this is a gate and a compressor. So these are my settings right here. So I like to follow. I like to use 2 compressors, 2 EQs. You know what I mean? And then after that, I used another de-esser. Yes, 2 de-essers as well. And this is the Iosis.
We found it.
I think I said that right. Iosis de-esser. But anyways, I just picked a preset, and that was pretty much it. Male singing, and you can smooth it, make it more smooth. Sensitivity. So
I helped you out
see what it's doing
of a broken
with and without.
place. You gave me comfort, but falling for you was my.
So I just using that de-esser. I love that de-esser, by the way. I highly recommend it. I recommend all these plugins. Yeah. So I use these plugins in the order that I see fit, that makes sense to me. Like I said, so you can follow these settings right here. And then the next thing I did was I used the C4. And so this C4 really did make a difference. I'll show you the before and after. It really opened up the vocal. Okay.
We on top. I put you on top. I claimed you so proud and openly. When times were rough, I made sure I held you close to me. Hey, so call out my name.
So that C4 really opened it up. The vocal needed that presence right there. So basically, let me show you the settings on that one. So these are my settings right here. I'm not going to go all into it, but these are my settings. 4.5, and then so basically you can bring this down and compress it, And then you can raise the gain or you can lower the gain like right here. In the mids, I brought it down the volume a little bit because that's where you get most of that mud sometimes. And then I didn't compress it too much. So the C4 you can just compress individually, whatever range, like the low, if you want to just compress the lows. I brought the lows down -5, you know what I mean? Because we already cut out a lot of the lows and I just brought it down a little bit. Yeah, I compressed. You know, you got the attack. I left most of the attacks the same. I adjusted them a little bit, but these are my settings. So basically, I just have a preset that I just slap on and I just tweak it. But this C4, I highly recommend it in your lead vocal chain. It will make a difference. So that's that. And then I use the H delay. H delay. These are my settings right here. Yeah. So 10, 12, ping pong. I didn't really mess with none of this down here. Analog off. And so, yeah, you hear what it sounds like with the delay. Reverb. These are my settings right here. 30, wet, dry. The size 81, time 4.5, whatever. Pre-delay, I didn't do too much. So, you know, I kept it fairly simple. Then, the L1, you know what I mean? It's pretty self-explanatory. It's basically a limiter, right? Threshold, this is the volume or whatever, and then it won't go past that ceiling or whatever. It won't distort, I should say. So I really don't do too much with this. I just keep it right here. So and then this is the volume or whatever right here. Bring this up or down. You know, I'll share it with it without.
Comfort, but falling for you was my mistake.
I don't want anything to clip. That's why I use it. I just don't want anything to clip. That's why I got this 0. Let me see, what is it? 0.1 ceiling right here, -1.0. You don't want the clip. Yeah, it's whatever limiter does. I don't really know. I just throw it on, honestly. But everything does make a difference if you know what you're doing. And then I just use tape. It's plugin from Slate. I'll let you hear it with and without. It makes a difference, like I said. I'll show you just like this one right here. Saturation from the top to bottom. Highly recommended. Yeah, so.
We found each other. I helped you out of a broken.
Hear that? I gave it that color, those harmonics. I can't really explain, but you know, adds tape saturation to your lead vocal, and it will sit a lot better, sound a lot better. And the last plugin that I used was this one knob driver. So I'll let you hear it. I'll turn up a little bit, and it gave that weekend feel, you know, that distortion. Yeah, so
we found each other. I helped you out of a broken place. You gave me comfort, but falling for you was my mistake. I put you on top. I put you on top. I claimed you so proud and openly. And when times were rough,
that made a big difference. So yeah, basically that's it, man. I don't want to go too much longer. I don't want to hold you, but yeah, these are the plugins I used. If you want to get that, you know, that Weeknd, how to sound like the Weeknd, vocal effect or whatever, you know, in his song "Call Out My Name," I did my best. This is my version of it. Yeah, but let me know what you think down in the comments. Below. Please like the video. Like I said, if you got any value, and subscribe, man. Help your boy grow. I'm trying to get to 500. You know, starting to get more serious. I want to start putting out more content like this. So more videos like this to come. So if you want me to do anybody else in the future, whoever it is, whether it be a rapper, singer, I'll do my best to you know, get that video out. So you know, to help people, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to just put out more content like this and help people and just grow my channel. So let me know how I did, man. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.